Hello, my name's Bob Thorne and I'm here today to tell you about Radimport from Radan. Now Radimport is a utility that dramatically speeds up the process of importing 2D data into Radan and preparing it for manufacture. Radimport can read DWG and DXF files, but can also read CSV files from MRP systems, which in turn can populate a NEST project with your manufacturing requirements. Some of the highlights of Radimport is its ability to import DWG and DXF files, to automatically heal and tidy this geometry, and then from this geometry automatically create Radan part files. Now in turn, these parts can be automatically tooled for multiple machine tools, and then a NEST project can be automatically created from these particular part files. Additionally, Radimport can read MRP data in the form of CSV files and automatically populate a Radan NEST project. Let me show you how Radimport works. Now to start with, on screen you'll see a series of DWG files. Now I'm going to bring these into Radan using Radimport, but you can clearly see that these files have text, dimensions and drawing borders on them. Right, I'm going to start Radimport. And initially you can specify how Radimport handles the data as it comes in the settings area. So everything that Radimport does automatically can be controlled from this series of settings. Right, once these are set up, we can now bring in some data. So I'm going to go off and look for those DWG files that we looked at earlier. And you can now see that Radimport is bringing those files in. Once in, we can specify our material requirements. Now I'm going to apply this to all of my files, but obviously you can specify individual files. You can also specify the number that you wish to make and any extras that you may require. Also, nest orientation can be specified at this stage. And you can see here that I've selected to apply tooling for my punch machine. If I now give it a NEST project name, we can actually start the process of importing, tidying, tooling and nesting these components. Now typically this process would have been done manually and therefore quite time consuming. And as you can see here that Radimport is rattling through these files very quickly indeed. And this obviously ensures consistency and accuracy with these parts. Now once completed, Radimport can take control of Radan and create a NEST project. And here you can see those parts in the project, and those parts are now being nested. Those nests, once complete, are being automatically ordered and then compiled into machine code. And once complete, we can have a quick look at the NEST reports generated by this particular project. So here's a typical NEST report showing the parts actually in this particular project. And here we can see a report showing the material requirements for all of the components nested. And then finally, I'm just going to show you the verification of this nest, just to show you that we have got full machine code already produced. Now, if you've ever been sent a single DWG or DXF file containing multiple part profiles, you'll know how time consuming it can be to extract each individual profile and save it away as a Radan symbol. Now Radimport can help with this. Within Radimport there is a facility to scan a single file and extract each individual profile and save it away as a separate Radan symbol. Not only that, if there is any text within the drawing associated to each profile which relate to part name, material, thickness, etc., then Radimport can assign these values to attributes and save these attributes away with the symbol. Let me show you how this works. Right, I'm going to open up a multi-part DXF file. So I'm just going to browse for my file. I'll bring that in to Radimport, and as you can see there, it's a single file containing multiple profiles, so not a great deal of use in that form. But up here you'll see in Radimport I've got an option to split if multiple. So by selecting this option and then opening up exactly the same file, you'll see that this time Radimport is going to scan that file and then extract each of the individual parts within that single drawing. Now you can see how quick Radimport's been able to do that, but not only is it extracted the parts, you see that it's got material assigned, nest orientation, and if we look here we can see that we've got quantity required and number extra required. That information has been extracted from a block of text associated with each profile within the drawing. Let me call up the original drawing and show you how that works. So here we see a multiple part DXF file, and if I zoom in nice and close, you'll see that within the boundary of each of the parts is a block of text. This text contains information about the part name, the material, the thickness, the nest orientation, the number of parts required and the number extra. Now when Radimport reads in these files, it reads the text and assigns those attributes to the parts. Now for those customers who want to be able to populate a nest from MRP data, then Radimport has a solution for you. Basically, Radimport has an option to read a CSV file and populate a nest project from the fields of data within the CSV file. Now this means that things like part name, material, thickness, number off, etc. can be automatically fed into a nest project directly from MRP data. Now this has the effect of vastly reducing the time it takes to get these nest projects created, but also cuts out inaccuracies and errors. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up a CSV file and show you the basic format. Now obviously you can edit this format, but this has come straight from an MRP system. What I'm now going to do is open that same CSV file, but through Radimport. So I'm going to start Radimport and simply browse for my CSV file. So as you can see, the CSV file is reading in the data and then finding the files associated with that information. And you can see it's populated the material, the thickness, the quantities, and any nest orientation. And we can now just run this project from Radimport as we did before by simply specifying the name of a nest project that we wish to create, and then Radimport will do the rest. So again, the parts are being checked for the integrity of the data. If necessary, they're being automatically tooled for your preferred machine tool, and then a nest project will be created with all of these parts. So there's my nest project. And again, what we're doing is just simply auto-ordering and auto-compiling these nests so that we have programs ready to run. I think you'll agree that this is a very quick and accurate way of getting data from MRP systems into a nest project.